Hi, I'm Dr. Jeremy.
Dr. David here. We are from Sprouting Health in Hunter Valley.
Very good. And today we're talking about balance. So balance is really, really important. The World Health Organization has shown in some research that adults over 65 years of age are more likely to have walking problems, balance issues, and there's much higher risk for falls at that age. The problem with falls is that it can do quite a lot of damage, and actually falls is one of the biggest reasons why elderly females end up in hospital, and that can obviously cause things like fractured hips, etc. It can be the start of a massive decline at the end of the life, especially if we get clots and things like that from the fall. And so we know that chiropractic care has a lot of research behind helping with back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, hip pain and things like that. And we also know that if you've got musculoskeletal pain in the research, so pain in your body, that's more associated with a lesser ability to be able to control your body through space, which equals more risk factor for poor balance, which equals more risk factor for falls.
Absolutely. So when we're talking about balance as well, there are specialized cells that we call them proprioception, and these cells send signal to your brain and tell your brain where your joints and where your peripherals limbs are in space. And what happens is when we have this chronic pain, it's almost like we have some background noise, so that this proprioceptive signal, joint position sensors, are almost dampened, right? So the brain is not getting that signal as strong, as loud as we should have been, right? So there is a standardized test that everyone can do. There are a lot of tests, standing on one leg and all of those tests that we can check our balance. However, there's one really good standardized test that we can perform to check whether we have good balance or whether it's time to go get checked, right? So this test essentially is what we call a sit-to-stand test, right? So we're sitting at around that sort of 90-degree knee bend, and you, with your arms across in front of your chest, and you do sit-to-standing for 5 times. If you can do this within 12 seconds, right? So that's you're in a sweet sort of spots there. If you take more than 12 seconds to perform that 5 sit-to-stand test, then the researchers recommend that you go actually see someone and do an assessment on that.
Yeah, we like this test because it's standardised, it's well researched. There's lots of ways we could ask you to test your own balance, but this one's research has got data behind it. Do you want to do a little demo, or do you want me to do a little demo of what a sit-to-stand looks like? Because it's really simple.
It's really simple.
We've got a chair there,
yeah.
And Dr. David's going to do that now.
So you're sitting down, knees bend 90 degrees, so you're just doing this.
That's one repetition.
Right.
And you want to do that 5 times, and like Dr. David said, if you're over 12 seconds on that, then we definitely need to assess what might be going on, causing a lack of control in your body movement.
That's right.
So if you know anyone you think this could apply to, let them know. We love helping people body work better, their balance work better, which equals a heap better life and less risk factors, especially for falling. And we love to help anyone out that wants to be assessed in that. Thank you guys.